Hi, welcome back to Budgeting with Gabby. I am Gabby, and today I want to go over my paycheck budget with you. I am going to use stickers from Sarah Marie once again, and we're just going to focus on the estimated, not the actual. Next video, we'll focus on the actual and how I did for paycheck one. Let's zoom you in just so you can see what I'm doing. I think that should be pretty good. And then let's start getting stuff down. I actually don't have a thick washi just because I kind of forgot to buy another set. So we're just gonna place things down. So let's do that. So let's just get down my header, paycheck one, and let's just place it in the middle here. You know what? I might kind of like that better. I don't know. Okay, and then let's start with the incomes, right? So let's go back to here and place down our tab like so, and then focus on the income types. So first, I'm going to start with Emma, right? I am a caregiver for her. She pays me bi-weekly, so I'm just going to put a 1. Everything's going to pretty much have a 1 for the jobs that I work for paycheck 1. And then paycheck 2 will have like Emma 2, Scribe 2, anything like that. Then I'm estimating to get paid $1,000 from her, just because I estimated to get $2,000 for the whole month of January. Then I have a smoothie place that I work at, and I'm estimating $500 for that. So I did put $750 for the whole month of January, but according to my calendar, I'm going to be working a lot more for paycheck 1 than I am for paycheck 2, so I'm just going to put $500. Then I also have my rollover amount, and that's going to be $925, $35. Then I'm going to do my mom. I said that my mom's going to pay me $180 for this month, but I don't expect her to pay me for paycheck 1, so I'm just going to say $0. And then I have extra income. I'm projecting to make $200 of extra income just because of my dog's insurance money that I'm supposed to be getting back. So she went to the vet, and I have Nationwide, so they're going to be giving me money back of what I paid after the statement. And so that's why I'm estimating $200. That's pretty much all I have for my income. So let's tally up my income and see where I'm at and what I'm bringing in for paycheck 1. So let's put all of this down like so. You know what? I kind of like this without the header. I don't know, the header also adds something to it. Sorry, just me going on a little rampage. Okay, so let's get all of these added up. So I'm going to be bringing in $1,000 from Emma, $500 from my smoothie place that I work at, $925, $35 for my rollover from December, mom, nothing, and then extra income, $200. I'm projecting to bring in $2,625.35 for paycheck 1. I think that's a good start for the month. I'm just hoping that, you know, I'm not negative anywhere and that I can actually have extra income, because Dave Ramsey talks about having emergency fund savings of $1,000, and that the goal would be to do that in 1 month or 2 months at the latest. As of right now, from doing my monthly budget from my last video, you can see that I was going to be negative. So if I can get myself out of the hole and even get money back and extra at the end so I can put that towards emergency fund, that would be super great to me. That's actually the goal for January, is just to not be negative and to get as much money as I can so that I can start my emergency savings fund for baby step 1. So now I'm going to skip a line and then do my expenses. And so for my expenses, I start from most important to least important. I'm not going to do rent just because rent gets paid in the second half, so in paycheck 2. I don't have to worry about TEP or Wi-Fi, or the water. So I'm also going to focus on just doing laundry. So I'm just going to estimate $20 for laundry. So far that has been doing me very good, so I'm just going to keep it the same. Next is going to be my car payment, which is probably going to be the most thing that I pay for paycheck 1. And this is the hefty price. It's going to be $634 $40. After my car payment, I also pay my car insurance. So let's put down Progressive. And I'm going to pay $129.33. After that, I focus on my dog's insurance. So I'm going to write that. And I pay $83.60. Okay, next I'm going to do Sarah Marie, just because I have to buy these stickers in order to film these videos. I mean, technically I don't have to, but I just really like sticker planning and I like how it looks, so I'm going to just keep doing it. If I can budget out money each month just so I can do it, then that makes me very happy. This is something I really like. This is a business that I want to start. I want to start this YouTube channel, make my own stickers, and have this just be kind of like a side income. You know, then I have to put in the effort and I have to make, you know, get the stickers and make it look nice and like make it look presentable. So $35 every month I don't think is going to be a big deal, so I'm just going to pay it. Next, I'm going to start focusing on my debts. First is going to be my Target gift card, my Target credit card. This is going to be $29. Sweet, I'm just going to be paying the minimums. If I have money at the end, then maybe I will try to do, you know, I'm paying extra, but that's after I finish baby step 1, which is saving $1,000. Then I'll focus on diminishing my debt as soon as I can. So while I was talking, I was writing things down. So I pay the minimums for each of these. So right, $29 for Target, $25 for Journey, $87 for Platinum, and $224.54 for my personal loan to Avant. Then I'm going to do my Amazon subscription. And for this, I pay $14.12. And that's pretty much all my expenses in terms of this category. So now let's tally everything up. Okay, so now that I have all these down, I am going to put down my sticker just so I can tally up everything and see how much is going out in terms of my main expenses. So let me grab my phone and then let's start doing this. So I have $20 for laundry, $634.40 for my car, $129.33 for my insurance, $83.60 for my dog's insurance, $35 for my stickers, $29 for her Target credit card, $25 for Journey credit card, $87 for Platinum credit card, $224.54 for my personal loan, and lastly $14.12 for Amazon Prime. I'm looking to send out $1,281.99 towards my expenses. So let's write that down. After I got that, now let's focus on doing my variable expenses. So what's the difference between my expenses and variable expenses is that my expenses are categories that I really need in terms of like my housing, my car, my phone, and my debts, and then anything that's like subscriptions that are monthly. For me, for my variables, this just goes everything in my envelopes and then anything on the side. So the reason why I don't put groceries up here is because I have an envelope called groceries that I put money into each paycheck and then go to the grocery store with. So if I have an envelope that has something with a name on it, I put that in my variable expenses. It just helps me keep everything organized and separated. I mean, I could put that up here if I really wanted to. I could put gas and, you know, groceries and beauty, but I decided just to make that variable expenses. If you do this budgeting, you're more than welcome to put stuff in whatever category you want. This is just something that works for me and what I like, and just I've been doing it this way and I kind of just want to keep it this way. So let's focus on variable expenses. First, we're going to do personal spend. I like to give myself money each month just so I have a little bit of spending money, because if I don't, I will go literally insane and then want to start overspending. I've done this in the past, so I know, and start touching other stuff that shouldn't be touched, like money wise, and I just want to make sure I have money to pay everything. So give myself money so that I can buy stuff that I want to and that I can kind of feel satisfied. Next is going to be groceries. I usually give myself $240 a month for groceries, but for Paycheck 1, I don't split it down the middle. I usually do $140, so I buy more stuff for Paycheck 1, and then for Paycheck 2, I'll just kind of buy the remainder of stuff, like more fruit or more vegetables, more tofu, stuff like that, because those things can kind of carry over to Paycheck 2 if I still have them. So after groceries, I'm going to do gasoline. For gasoline, I'm just going to do $80. I said I was going to do $180 for the whole month of January, and I'm just going to do $80 just because, like I said, I'm not planning to go home in January. So I might not actually need a whole $180. So I'm just going to see where $80 is and kind of go from there. Next is going to be the dogs. I need to go grocery shopping for them and get their stuff. I said I was going to do $200 for the whole month of January. So usually for Paycheck 1, I just try to get them out the way just so they're set for the whole month. Next, I'm going to do household. I give myself $80 a month for household. This is just to buy stuff that I need, my necessities, maybe a plant here and there, and so forth. Next is going to be beauty. I said I was only going to give myself $60 this month instead of the original $200, just because I'm not going to get waxed and I'm not going to get my hair done this month. So instead of paying $200, I can just do $60, and then we'll see how that goes. After that, I'm going to start focusing, so all of these are my envelopes that I focus on each month. After my envelopes, then I start doing other stuff. So next is going to be the IRS. I want to pay $500, but this is up in the air. Each year, I send voluntary payments to the IRS. Like I said, I do not have to pay this. I just pay this out of my own comfort, just because I don't want to have to owe anything at the end, say if I have to. I typically don't. I haven't had to since I've ever done taxes, and that has been a blessing. But my job, I just kept getting paid more and more, and then now I'm trying to do these businesses, so everything is like 1099s now. So I'm kind of worried about having to pay taxes, and so that's why I wanted to send that payment in. But this honestly just depends if I'm going to be negative or not. If I'm going to be negative, then I don't think it's worth it to send in this IRS payment. Next is going to be Apple. I was having problems with my computer, so I wasn't able to update stuff as soon as I wanted to. Like, this video is going to be a little backtracked, unfortunately, but I had to get my computer fixed. So for Apple, it's $140 to fix my battery. He did give me an estimated price already. I just had to set up an appointment and then take it back and then pay whatever he wants me to pay. So I'm just going to be looking at $140, maybe less if possible. Next is going to be phone repair. I did get a new phone. It was kind of like a Christmas present to myself. And I had to get my old phone fixed because I had a crack in the camera, and they wanted to give me $300 for turning it in as a credit to my new phone. But if I got the phone camera repaired, then they would give me an $800 credit. Kind of weird, to be honest, but I'd rather get that credit than not. So I'm just gonna have to pay $50 for January. I already did pay $50 in December for them to order the part, and then I just got to pay this remainder $50. Last thing I'm going to focus on for my variable expenses is the gym. So I am starting to go to the gym. I want to start getting into weight training, and I already asked how much it would be ahead of time, and they told me $150 for the next few months. I believe until May. So I wanted to make sure I had this money budgeted out so that I could make sure I was able to go to the gym. Usually I would just pay $75 just because I would go off peak hours, which is 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. But just because my new jobs, I can't do that. My new jobs are from 7:30 in the morning to 3 in the evening, so I just can't make that time frame. So unfortunately, I have to pay $150. but that's okay. If that means that I can, you know, go work out and feel healthy and be healthy, then I'm going to do that. So let's tally up all of this. $50 for personal spend, $140 for my groceries, $80 for gasoline, $200 for the dogs, $80 for my household items, $60 for beauty, $500 for the IRS, $140 to get my battery fixed on my computer, $50 for my phone repair, and then $150 for the gym membership. I'm looking at $1,450 for those items. So let's write that down. And then let's just see where everything is, you know, overall. She doesn't have anything for that, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write it on my own. So I'm going to do income, expenses, and then variable. And I'm honestly just taking the first word of each of her headings. That way I can see where I'm at. Then I'm going to do budgeting and actual. So for income, I'm expected to bring in $2,625 even. For expenses, I'm expecting to pay $1,281.99. And then for my variable expenses is $1,450. So now let's tally that up and see where I will be. I don't know if I'm going to be negative for paycheck 1 or for paycheck 2, just because for the month of January, I'm expected to be negative by $192.44. So let's see where I'm at in terms of paycheck 1. So I have $2,625. Let's subtract my expenses, $1,281.99. Then let's subtract the variable, so $1,450. So I think this is where most of the negative is going to come into. $106.99. Do keep in mind, this does not mean I'm going to be negative. It just shows from what I'm budgeting out that I will be negative. Let me make this a little bit more clear. Just because I'm negative, I want to have this just so I can see like, hey, maybe I should pick up an extra shift at work if I can. Maybe I can cut down costs. Maybe I can go home and do laundry. Maybe I can not buy as many stickers for next month. Maybe I cannot give myself a personal spend or spend as much on the dogs. It just gives me an outline for, hey, this is what you're projecting to pay, but you're honestly not going to be paying all of it if you do what you say you're going to do. So you need to cut costs. You need to figure out how to not be negative. So for paycheck 1, that is what I plan to do. I plan to cut costs if possible, or possibly work an extra shift, or maybe have my mom pay me for paycheck 1 and not for paycheck 2, something like that. So what I did was I showed you all of my incomes, what I'm projecting to bring in, which is the $2,625. Then I went for my expenses. This is my most important stuff that I need to pay compared to everything here. And I go from most important to least important in terms of like housing and the car, stuff like that, which is $1,281.99. And then I showed you what my variable expenses are. And that I will be estimating $1,450. And then I just kind of made like a little thing over here on the side for myself just to show you where I would be overall, right? So I took my income, then I subtracted my expenses and my variable expenses from it just to see where I would be at the end of the month, which is negative. And like I said, this negative just shows that I need to cut costs or pick up extra shifts or do whatever I can so that I'm not negative at the end of the month. So that's pretty much all I have for you. I hope that all of you like this. I hope that you can like and subscribe and maybe show someone or get something out of this just so you can start budgeting for yourself. And I just think it's very important to start budgeting because it really makes sure that you can pay all your bills on time and your necessities and anything that's just important to you or anything that you want to save for. I've been budgeting for the past 2 years now, and I just think it's fascinating and great. And honestly, I didn't really focus too much on paying off as much as I should. I kind of got distracted and would rather buy stuff than pay off debt. And so that was my own situation. But this year, for 2022, I plan to pay off as much as I can. And even if that means I have to give myself $50 for spending money, I'm going to do it, and that's what I'm doing. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you like it, and I hope that, this made sense to everybody. But I hope you like this one, and I hope you have a good night, and I will see everyone in the next one. Thanks. Bye.